Hey everyone, today I'm going to be taking you through a quick 10-minute full body workout. We will hit every body part at least once with no equipment required. We're going to start out with some jumping jacks, so let's go ahead and get going and get that heart rate up. Alright, first thing we're going to start out with is our jumping jacks. Let's get that heart rate up and going. On these jumping jacks, just keep it simple, keep it moving, but don't go too crazy because we still have a full workout to get through. We've got a quick 10-second rest. We are moving into everybody's least favorite exercise, burpees. All right, do the best you can to get through this entire 30 seconds. It is optional to add the push-up. You push yourself based on where you are at. Now, so we're just jumping up, jumping out to our plank, doing a push-up, and jumping right back in. Again, you can modify it with either no push-up or you can step instead of jumping out to your plank and back into your squat, whatever you need to do. We got a 10-second rest right here. We are moving into a glute bridge with a calf raise. So go ahead and go onto your back, get those heels as close to your glutes as feels comfortable. And what we're gonna do from here is lift those glutes and then lift those heels and come back down. We're going glute bridge, calf raise, come on down. Wanting to keep that booty tight the entire time and keep that core squeezed. Every time we go back to the mat, keep that back down flat as much as you can. Moving now into our downward dog with a toe touch. So right here, we're gonna be working our abs a little bit and our balance. So we're gonna go up into our downward dog. You're gonna reach opposite arm for opposite foot and then tuck those hips down to get into that plank position. Really make sure when you're getting in that plank, you're squeezing those hips at the bottom and really locking in that plank position before pushing back again for that downward dog. So you really feel those abs engage. All right, from here, we are gonna be moving into our straight arm Russian twists. Now, similar to regular Russian twists, we are working those obliques, but in this case, we're keeping our arms straight and then bending them and straightening them back to touch the ground behind you. We still have that lean back and we wanna make sure we're going back as far as we can control to really hit those abs. From here, we're gonna be moving into our butterfly sit-ups. So same as a full sit-up, except for our feet are together instead of on the ground in front of us. This is just gonna take a little bit of tension off of those hip flexors because a lot of the times when we do a full sit-up, instead of our abs, our hip flexors like to take over. So this way, we're working all abs and we're getting a little stretch in at the same time. If you can't get quite all the way up there, feel free to take these with a crunch rather than a full sit-up. Moving up to standing now, we have a front lunge to an overhead raise combo. So what we're gonna do with this is lunge forward with our arms straight out in front of us. And then as we step together, we wanna arch back and look up at the sky. This is gonna create just a little bit of stretch in those abs. And then as they pull forward, a little bit of a contraction. Make sure that lunge is in proper form and we're keeping that knee right over that first and second toe. Don't let it go in. Now we're moving into another lunge combo. We are gonna do a reverse lunge into a side twist. So we're stepping back and then twisting away from the leg that stepped back. Really working in those obliques, twist as far as you can, and make sure that lunge again is in that proper form. Only go as low as you can control. We have our last lunge combo right here. We're gonna do a side lunge to a side bend. So I'm stepping out on one foot, stepping in, and then bending over to the same side that I just stepped out from. You wanna keep that chest lifted so we're just contracting in those obliques. Go ahead and switch to that other leg, same thing. Try and get an even number on both sides with these. Let's go ahead and pick that heart rate back up. We're gonna be moving into some star jumps here. With these, we wanna come from a narrow squat, jump out, arms and legs go out wide like a star or like a jumping jack. Remember to breathe. Every time you come down, I like to give a little exhale, catch my breath, and then jump right back up. Keep those knees right over those toes. From here, we're really gonna burn those legs out. We're going into some speed squats. So go ahead and take your squat stance, shoulder width apart with those feet, and we're gonna squat it out. Now with these, we can either do our sumo squats or our regular squats. We just wanna make sure those knees are staying right over that first and second toe the entire time. You can always choose to switch it up in the middle as well if you want to hit bull squats. Moving down to the mat for the rest of this workout, we're moving into some tricep dips with a toe touch. So we're gonna have those fingers facing our booty, we're gonna dip down and then reach the opposite arm to the opposite leg. Really maintaining that balance and keeping that core contracted the entire time, trying to really reach for that opposite foot. Go ahead and come on down. We are moving now into a single arm push-up. Now with these single arm push-ups, we want to take the opposite arm across and tuck that other one up just so it's out of the way. You're wanting to bend that arm down just like you would for a push-up, but we are supported a little bit on that hip because single arm push-ups are a lot harder than regular push-ups. Still remember to keep that core squeezed and keep breathing this entire time. We're gonna switch over to that other side. So now we're taking our left arm across and tucking that other arm up. Go ahead and bend it out for these push-ups. Really focus on keeping that back straight and not arching at all or dipping that stomach forward to try to get closer to the ground. Just go as low as you can control. All right, we have 2 exercises left. We are moving into some mountain climbers. Now, either on these mountain climbers, you can go for speed or you can go for control. Decide where you're at. You only have 1 more exercise after this, so really try and push yourself. Whether going for speed or control, we do want to make sure those hips are not too high up in the air and we're keeping that core engaged the entire time. And finally, we have our Superman combo. So we're gonna go flat all the way down onto our stomach. We're gonna take those arms out in front of us, next to our ears, and you're gonna lift up and pull before coming back down. We wanna make sure we're keeping those toes on the ground and keeping those shoulders in line with those ears. Don't let those arms fall too far forward. Every time you're pulling back, try and squeeze those shoulder blades to really engage them. Amazing work. That is everything. Let's stretch it out right now into our child's pose. Push back onto those heels. Just breathe it out. Really press that chest into the ground. We're gonna tuck it up for a downward dog. Again, thinking of sending that chest through our arms as close to the ground as possible. We're gonna walk it on in. Forward fold, get those hammies. Bend it out right and left just a little bit. And rolling up to the top.
Amazing work today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram and Facebook at serious.danceandfitness for fun workout tips and nutrition advice. Always remember to stay hydrated and eat right.